to my session. This session is called Hacking the Packing. Now, I know when it comes to packing, a lot of us will be overwhelmed. So we either end up overpack or underpack. Now, for my session, I'll be presenting you questions that I hope will be able to help you to pack better, and of course, along the way, reduce the stress. Apart from that, you will have Noor Amalina, who will be dealing with you your packing checklist, followed by Francis, who will be giving you safety tips for your travel. So on to my first question. How many days will you be away for your travel? 2 weeks, 1 week, or even as short as 4 days? Now this is important because it will lead you to the next question, which is, how many clothes do I need to pack for that 4 days? And as you pack, looking at your luggage, you might end up asking, do I really need to bring this? Or will I just make do with this one alone? And as for the little things, you might want to ask, can I just buy this there? And for those who love to entertain themselves, you might end up asking, can I bring this too? And as for the ladies, I believe you love to take great selfies for yourself. So your next question most probably would be, can I bring all these? And of course, you'll be asking, what about these shoes? Will it be comfortable for my travel? And as for the last question, would it be hot there? Or would it be cold? So for my session, I'll be using all these questions to elicit answers from the participant. And from there, I believe I should be able to generate simple but yet interesting discussions. So that's all from me. Thank you. Over to you, Amalina.
Assalamualaikum and hi. I am Noor Amalina, one of the trainer in this training session called as Hacking the Packing. For the next activities in this session, I will provide a checklist where the participants are required to fill in. So, here is the sample of the checklist. I called this checklist as Complete Travel Packing Checklist. In this checklist, participants are required to mention the destinations of their travel or vacations, travel periods of how many days and nights they are spent, and not to forget the weather or the season of their destination, whether it is spring season, autumn, summer, or winter. Next, participants need to think which one is necessary for them to bring along during the travel or vacation, and choose from the options that have been provided in the checklist.
Let me explain what we have in the checklist. The first one is essential things like your passport, driving license, confirmation receipts of your hotels, and also your cash. Next is your personal comfort. If you are traveling in a long flight, neck pillow is much needed, earplugs for your ear comfort, or eye mask that help you sleep better in a plane. And also don't forget your electronic things, your iPad, camera, handphone, and chargers. Another packing checklist are toiletries, your shampoo, toothbrush, and also body wash. For your health and beauty, you are advised to bring your own medications, your vitamins, sunscreen, and many more. For your clothing and shoes, for example, if you are travel during winter season, you have to know what kind of cloth that is suitable, and also how many clothes are required during your travel.
This task required about 5 minutes. After completing the task, you will be asked to find a partner for a sharing session. During this activity, you and your partner will share on what you guys have in the checklist. Also, find out what you guys have in common or how different you guys have in the checklist. These activities require 5 minutes to complete. Hence, these activities help the participants to expressing their opinions and also exchanging their ideas. It also helps to develop an engagement between the participants by sharing views and give reasons on what they have chosen in a checklist. That's all from me. Thank you. For the safety tips for all the travelers, I will pass to Francis.
Thank you, Miss Amalina, for the useful insight. Hi everyone, my name is Francis Goyem, and today I'll be sharing with you 10 safety tips for all travelers. Right, tips number 1. Do your research before you travel. It is an utmost important you do a research before going for any travel, especially if you are traveling overseas. So here are some insights that will help you to do your research. Number 1, the do's and don'ts of the country. Number 2 is places of interest or places that you want to visit in any country. Number 3 is places to eat or eatery. And then number 4 is the currency differences between the country and your country. Time differences or time zone between the country and your country, and mode of transportation to places that you are planning to visit, and etc. And reason being is making sure that you have an uninterrupted travel. Right. Tips number 2, blend with your surrounding. Dress appropriately according to places that you want to visit, especially if you are entering any religious site. Okay, if you don't blend, you are an easy target to any scammer or attacker. Tips number 3, know how to communicate. Learn some local basic daily conversation or phrases. Besides that, download a translation app such as Papago to help you to translate and converse with local people. Reason is not everyone understands English, and by doing so, it is easier for you to bargain things and ask for help if necessary. Tips number 4, get a travel insurance. Okay, you can get a travel insurance at any insurance company provider locally. Most of the travel insurance are usually one-time off, means that you don't have to worry about paying it on a monthly basis. Airline provider also have a travel insurance. It varies from airline to airline, but usually all of them cover for any flight delays, luggage replacement for broken luggage, and health-related issues. Tips number 5. Have emergency info at your hand. Now, when traveling, make sure you know where is your embassy located and try to get the information and save it inside your phone. Besides that, make sure you look for the nearest hospital and clinic while doing your research, and also save the local enforcer contact number. Keep a printed copy of all the information that I have given you just now and leave it inside your luggage, so that when you are in a state of emergency, you know who and where to get help. Tips number 6. Please, stay safe in the transportation, whatever transportation you are in. If you're traveling alone, it is advisable not to doze off in the transportation. If it's a companion or a group, make sure at least one of you stay awake while in the transportation. Other than that, please always keep an eye on your belongings and be at the airport or terminal ahead of the scheduled departure time. This is to make sure you don't miss your transportation, right? Tips number 7, manage your money. Before going to travel, it is advisable that you do a budget planning. Make sure while making the plan, you allocate enough money for every expenses. For example, food and beverages, transportation, entrance fees, and etc. While changing money at the money changer, request for smaller notes so that it is easier for you to pay for any small mongers and everything. Call your bank to activate your ATM card in case of emergency or you ran out of money. Tips number 8. Keep track of your health. Download a health tracking apps or buy any health monitoring watch like this to help you to monitor your health. Bring an ample supply of medicine for yourself, and in recent pandemic, always take care of your hygiene. Okay, bring your own hand sanitizer or your face mask and use it whenever necessary. Alright, tips number 9. Keep your belongings safe. Make sure your luggage is always locked and whenever you leave it in the hotel room or at the airport. At any public spaces, if you have any latest and expensive gadgets such as an iPhone or drone, make sure it always close to you and only take it out whenever necessary. Okay, reason is you don't want to misplace it and avoid any pickpocket. Last but not least, tips number 10. Don't ever flash your wealth. Unless you have an army of bodyguards like the Kardashians to keep you safe 24/7, and unless you are a billionaire, best to be modest while traveling. Never ever bring huge gold necklaces and diamond rings. Never take out a chunk amount of money from your wallet and deliberately counting it in front of the public. Leave some of your cash inside your luggage and never stack a lot of money in one places only. Alright, I think that's all from me. I hope it will help you in the next travel session. Over to you, Mr. Dani.
Hello everyone, thank you for your attention. My name is Mr. Asani Jaweb and I will do the closing part. In this session, we already covered 3 important aspects of traveling. For example, Madam Maria presented us a essential question which help us to be efficient in our packing, while Ms. Nur Amalina shared a packing checklist which help us to balance between essential item and basic. And most importantly, safety tips from Mr. Francis, where his rule is to do your research before travel. Don't be ignorant where you are going. I wish you a safety travel. Thank you.